Alaska Airlines' frustrations over Boeing are growing following recent interviews conducted by their CEO. Many aircraft from the 737-9 fleet have been identified, as we know, to have had loose bolts, following further in-house inspections once those planes were grounded. These inspections are not part of the formal work to get the aircraft reapproved into service, but were part of the preliminary stages that technicians were undertaking to better understand the plane. Further loose bolt being identified by Alaska Airlines on their parked jets came days after the mandated grounding issued by the Federal Aviation Administration. Alaska Airlines would not be the only airline to report finding these loose bolts or general hardware concerns. With United Airlines actually being the first to highlight such a thing, it was just Alaska would follow a few hours later. It does remain unclear how many of these aircraft actually were impacted. However, the CEO continued on in recent days to state that there were many aircraft. The interview on NBC News highlighted further details that have transpired since, and Alaska Airlines' stance on several matters. Following the door blowout, we know that there were safety concerns, and to find the root cause of the incident, many believed it maybe just was a one-off. However, as time progressed and more was uncovered, the concerns turned to frustrations, and now that frustration is pure anger. In the case of Alaska Airlines, the CEO says he is no longer disappointed nor frustrated, but rather angry that this had to happen to his airline guests and employees. The CEO is demanding that Boeing improve their quality programs in-house. Alaska Airlines has already said they'll deploy a team themselves to investigate practices at the manufacturer, with a close inspection of all aircraft that are destined for them before they do take delivery. In the continued interview with NBC News, the CEO adds that while plans were in place to purchase the 737-10s, they'll now be doing their due diligence in understanding what suits their long-term strategy best, and what that means in regards to fleet mix. However, like several other customers, including United Airlines, a lot rests on when the 737-10 can actually be certified. No timeline has been provided there, and delays are continuously being incurred. United Airlines says they're internally preparing for a future without this aircraft, and best case scenario, the plane is delayed by more than 5 years, which really paints a pretty ugly picture on just what's taking place over at that front. There are some onlookers and also reputable aviation analysts that believe such comments from key airline executives are them, to a certain extent, saving face. They are not cancelling orders as a knee-jerk reaction, but their public comments such as these are to instill a bit of confidence from the flying public that they're truly reconsidering. And of course, when things die down once more, they'll keep that order and welcome it in with open arms when the time comes. That is pure speculation from key analysts, but their reputable opinion is always something that is worth sharing. While anger is present, Alaska Airlines remains a Boeing operator for its mainline fleet, proudly all Boeing, which was previously a title that many would carry with them to great applause. Now, you'd argue that that view is very dramatically different. Alaska Airlines' shift back to all Boeing aircraft came actually after it removed any Airbus-produced aircraft it had acquired following a merger with Virgin America. Notably, the last departures occurred only last year with the brand new A321neos. These aircraft were some that many passengers did enjoy, but it simply didn't align with the direction that Alaska Airlines were headed. A move back to all Boeing jets, some would say, could be subject to change once more. If a deal with Hawaiian Airlines goes through, the group will technically once more have Airbus-produced aircraft and the A321neo again, so whether or not it chooses to get rid of these or how it integrates with Hawaiian will be a fascinating thing to see unfold, but the pair need to get approved first, which is a uphill battle in itself. What are your thoughts on Alaska Airlines' CEO becoming more angry at Boeing and just what's taken place rather than words we've used in the past of frustrated and disappointed, which some airline executives are still ushering, Alaska's being the first to really say that they're angry? Is Is this them simply saving face and protecting their image by having a go at Boeing? Or do you believe the company is truly angry over what has occurred? Remember, this is largely described as an incident that just shouldn't have happened, and as more comes to light, we've become aware that that really couldn't be truer. Thanks a lot for your support here on the channel. Do take care, do also be safe. I will indeed see you next time.
And we'll fly.